In the previous class, we have discussed about the expenditure method, and now we are going to discuss about the value addition method by which we can calculate the national income of India. The value addition method is probably the most simple method and most used method of measuring the national income. So under this method, we have to basically find out the value addition. Okay, now what is value addition? Value addition is basically value of output minus value of input. Now um, let me be very clear about this. Suppose let me tell you a story that I am a shop owner and I am making and selling Maggie. What am I selling? I am selling Maggie. So basically I have purchased some Maggies, and the price of Maggie is 10 rupee. I have purchased it, and I have also purchased some onions, some cucumbers, sauce, masala, etc. Gas oven for cooking the Maggie. And after all these inputs that I have that I have used to produce Maggie, the entire cost, and the entire cost is basically 30 rupees. Now when someone is coming and asking that brother, give me a plate of Maggie, I will serve that person a plate of Maggie, and I am saying him that you give me 50 rupees. The charge of one plate Maggie is 50 rupees. Now the question is, the entire cost that was basically in making the Maggie, and the entire cost of inputs was basically the cost of entire inputs, or you can say the value of entire inputs is basically 30 rupees, and I am asking for 50 rupees. So this additional 20 rupee is because of the value addition. What type of value addition? If I am giving that person raw packet of Maggie, raw onions, raw cucumber, raw gas, will that person buy that things from me? Obviously not. I am making that Maggie, I am preparing that Maggie, I am using cucumber, sauce, salad, all these things, using gas oven and preparing a complete dish and serving it to these people. So that additional 20 rupees is basically for that value addition that I am doing. I am combining all these things, and that combining is known as value addition. Combining and serving it, due to that value addition that I am doing, I am charging extra 20 rupees. This 20 rupees is basically what? Value addition. So value addition is calculated by how? Value of output, that is 50 rupees that I have charged from the buyer, and value of inputs, that is the input of the cost, that is 30 rupees. So 50 minus 30 is basically 20, which is basically the amount of value addition. So calculating national income by the help of product method or by the help of value addition method. Product method and value addition method are basically the some of them are synonyms, are the same names. So for calculating the value addition or calculating the GDP by the help of value addition method, you have to find out in a simple way. I am not explaining this line here, I am making my own sector. As you know that there are three sectors in the economy. One is primary sector, one is secondary sector, and another one is tertiary sector. If I find out the entire value addition done in the economy in the primary sector plus the entire value addition done by the secondary sector in the economy plus the entire value addition done by the tertiary sector in the economy, I will be basically getting gross value added, or which is also known as GDP at market price. Another approach, another take, let us have another take on it. If there are total n number of farms, or if there are total n number of production houses in the economy, then if I find out value addition of farm 1 plus value addition done by farm 2 plus dot value addition done by all n farms, and if I add the value addition done by all n farms, I will be getting GDP at market price. So this is basically a very simple method, and this was also written here. So I hope it is clear. Now let me minutely break this part of value addition. This value addition part has two components, as we have understood: value of output and value of input. We have to just simply subtract value of output and value of input to get the value addition. Now how to calculate value of input? Well, value of input you don't have to calculate it. It is basically a very simple thing. It is basically the purchase or cost done by all the farms. It is the purchase or cost done by all the farms. That is nothing but the value of inputs. Now if we talk about value of output, how to calculate value of output? Well, basically value of output is nothing but sales plus change in stock. Sales is basically the amount of product, or it is not basically, yeah, you can say in a way it is the value of all the output sold in the market. Suppose there are 200 outputs that are sold in the market and the price of 200 outputs is 400 rupees. So in the part of sale I will write 400 rupees. Change in stock, it is also known as inventory investment. I have explained it in the previous class where I was teaching the part of expenditure method. I have explained that. So change in stock is basically closing stock minus opening stock. So investment done on that part is known as change in stock, and to maintain that inventory, this is nothing but inventory investment. If you do not get any idea about this part, please refer to the previous lecture, because it is not possible for me to explain anything, explain everything from the scratch. So change in stock is basically nothing but the inventory investment, and this inventory investment is supposed to manage the inventory, to keep the inventory. The investment that is required is 200 rupees. So what will be the value of output? The value of output will be 600 rupees. In other way, we can also by another take or by another approach, you can also understand it in a way that in the entire financial year you have sold 200 products, that is your sales, and the price of those 200 product is 2 rupees per product, so 400 rupees, that is your sales. And in your factory currently you have 20 products left, so the value of those 20 product is 40 rupees, so that is your change in stock that should be added. So 400 plus 40 rupees, this 440 rupees will be our value of output. Oh, I have mentioned it as 200, sorry, so it should be 200, so it should be 600 rupees. Okay, how to calculate this change of stock, that is I have discussed in the earlier class. Okay, so now we have already mentioned it several times that how to calculate NNP at factor cost from GDP at market price. As we know, NNP at factor cost is basically our national income. There are some precautions that we have to take care of. Value of the sale and purchase of secondary goods should not be included in national income. Commission earned by the account of the sale and purchase of second hand goods is included in the national income. Commissions, the value of the second hand good should not be included in national income, but commission earned by selling the national income, selling the second hand goods and services, commission that is being earned by selling the second hand goods and services should be included in GDP, in national income. That is all OLX, they are basically selling the second hand goods, so the value of those second hand good will not come into GDP, but whatever commission OLX is getting by selling each unit or each product on their platform, that commission should be added to the national income. Own account production, that is basically self consumption, whatever is being produced for self consumption should not be added. Own account production is taken into calculation. Own account production means basically it should be is not taken into, there should be not, is not taken into calculation, as basically it is for self consumption. Okay, so there are some other precautions. This is a numerical that we have to solve here. find the value added by farm A and farm B, and also find GDP at factor cost. Okay, so sale by farm A is given 100, purchase by farm B purchase from farm B by farm A is 40, purchase from farm A by farm B is 60, sale by farm B is 200, closing stock of farm A, closing stock of farm B, opening, closing. Everything is given here. So value added by farm A, we will try to find it. And what will be value added by farm A? It will be value of output of farm A minus value of input of farm A. Value of output of farm A should be calculated by calculating sales of A plus change in stock of A. Sale of A is 100, which is directly given here, as you can see from this thing. This is the sale by farm A. And change in stock, as we have discussed, it is opening stock of farm A minus closing stock. Closing minus opening, sorry, closing stock minus opening stock. Let me write it. So this closing stock of farm A is 20, opening stock of farm B is 25. Let me show you. Closing stock of farm A is 20, opening stock of farm A is 25. So we are just putting those numbers here, and we are getting this value of output of farm A, value of input of farm A. So let me show you value of input. Now purchases from farm B by farm A. Farm A has purchased from whom? From farm B. So basically this purchase is done by whom? Farm A. And this is that basically means that it is basically the input, the cost of input of farm A. So that is 40 rupees. So in place of input, value of input of farm A, I am writing purchase from B, that is 40 rupees. So we have value of output, we have value of input, we can get value of addition of farm A, that is 55. Okay, so value added by farm A, farm B is clear here. Value added, okay, all of these things in the same way it is done. And if there are only two farms in the entire economy, so value addition by farm A plus value addition by farm B is basically nothing but the GDP at market price, which is given as 185, right? And from this GDP at market price, we know how to calculate NNP at factor cost. So I have minutely explained it in the previous lecture, so you can go through that. So 3 methods we have completed of how to calculate national income.